Leash work is your best tool, aside from energy and body language. It's your best tool to create relationship with a dog that you are going to be walking. And I'm going to teach you about pressure and release. Pressure and release can be used in a couple different forms, but there's spatial pressure, there's psychological pressure. I'm going to talk about leash pressure and using pressure and release of pressure to communicate with the dog. Communicate what you want them to do, where you want them to go, where you want them to stay, anything like that. So this is a really, really important exercise. And this is like one of the most basic things you're going to know, and it's going to help you with so many dogs. So basically, if a dog doesn't have a good association with the leash, they're going to go through fight, flight, avoidance. Remember those 4 things? Any dog will react to any given situation in one of 4 ways: fight, flight, avoidance, acceptance. So we're going to talk about fight, flight, avoidance on the leash and how to get them through that. So let's say a dog doesn't want to move when you put the leash on. The dog doesn't want to go on a place. A dog doesn't want to go on agility equipment or upstairs, downstairs, in a car, out of a car, walk on slippery floors, get on a treadmill. I mean, any number of things. Walking around a certain corner that they were surprised at one time. There's a number of different things that this is going to help you with, and there's a number of different reasons why that dog doesn't want to do what you want it to do. It could be fear, it could be avoidance, it could be just that they have gotten away with not doing it in the past and they're putting up a fight about it because they're used to being in charge. So there's a number of factors that go into each different scenario, and I'm going to show you video of 3 different dogs that I've worked with and explain how I'm using pressure and release with these particular dogs in these particular situations. There's a million more, obviously, but I'm going to show you 3. So it's important that you keep your energy calm and confident when you're working through these issues. If you feel sorry for the dog because they're putting up a fight or they're making noises that sound awful, that make you feel like the dog is struggling, it's not going to help the dog. I want you to have belief in the process. I want you to trust in the process. I trust in this process. I've seen it happen a million times, but it doesn't always go smoothly. Sometimes it looks dramatic, and sometimes they really go into a panic, and it's important for you to keep your cool at that time, especially if you're outside and other people are watching. If you can keep your cool, you can help the dog through it. And we want to allow them to feel what they're feeling, but we also need to challenge them to move forward and move past that. So pressure and release is going to help with this process. And it's going to be a very simple exercise, but it can show you different reactions depending on the dog. So there's what it is. Also, this particular section is to help a dog to move forward. There's different ways to use pressure. Like if we use pressure up on the leash, especially if it's at the top of the neck, that's going to put on the brakes. If we move the leash forward, that's going to move the dog forward. If we pull the leash back, it's going to create resistance and the dog's going to want to pull against it. So this is what we're working with. We want a dog to move forward in this particular exercise that we're talking about right now. There's also circumstances where you can apply pressure and push on the body to slow the brain down or calm the brain down. Sometimes super anxious dogs or super excited dogs that can't seem to get it, if you pull on the leash and press on the body, it creates this pressure zone where they're forced to kind of relax into it. And you have to do this with a calm, intentional massage therapist kind of mindset when you're doing it. But anyway, I feel like I might be getting off pace a little bit. Basically, these are some of the aspects of using pressure and release with a leash. Communicating that I want you to go this way or that way using the leash, okay? So here are 3 examples of using pressure and release to get a dog to move. So our first dog that we're working with here is a dog named Newman, and he was a walking client who they had 2 dogs, and we ended up walking just the one dog because the owners said that Newman wouldn't walk on a leash. So that was a dog that wasn't getting fulfillment of exercise, and we were losing money because we were only walking one of those dogs and not both of them. So we would just take the one dog, and poor Newman would just stay at home because he wouldn't walk on a leash. So we decided to get him moving and get him walking on the leash and show the owners that he could do it, and voila, then we have another client. Newman's issue was that he provided resistance on the leash at first, which happens a lot because sometimes people grab a leash and they just yank on it. And the dog goes, hey, I don't like that. I'm not gonna do what you want because you're too forceful with me. And so when people just grab a leash and just yank on it and immediately put tension, a lot of times it can put a dog into avoidance and they just don't want to move. So that was the issue with Newman. He didn't want to go away from the house, but he would more than happy to go back. This is also an issue with some dogs. Some dogs, they don't want to leave the house, but they will run back home. Other dogs will run away from the house, but they don't want to go back home. So it's a funny little thing you might notice with some of your clients. But Newman didn't want to move away from the house. So this is the process of getting Newman to walk away from the house so we could take him on a walk, take him to go potty, that sort of thing. And so here it is. Okay, here's how we deal with Newman. This is going home, so he doesn't want to go this way, so I'm providing pressure, and then when I get a step I release the pressure. Now he's going into this, and that's okay. I'm just going to add more pressure because all I want is a step. Release. He gave me a step, I release. Yep, this way. One more step. Good. One more step. Come on, it's all right. So now that he's down, I need him up. As soon as I got closer, he's figuring it out. There you go. Yes, good boy. You just can't give up on him. You have to apply pressure and release as soon as you get even the tiniest amount of movement forward. And then if he shuts down again, you just apply pressure till you get some movement forward. But you have to release the pressure. They go into resistance if you add too much pressure. Okay. Pressure and release. I go one little step, then I release. So I add pressure, release. One little step, just to be fair. He didn't move, but he took a step. Pressure. Pressure is because we want the butt up, so I'm doing up and forward. Body facing the direction I want to go. And release. Okay, so there you saw Newman putting on the brakes, sitting down, which is why I angled the leash up and forward, because we need the butt to come up. Sometimes they lay down, sometimes they sit down, all so that they can they come dead weight, and you just have to keep that pressure moving until you get one step. Now you probably saw that I got one step and I didn't release the pressure at one point, and that's because he was still resisting. So sometimes I just want to get them to a certain point where they're not resisting so much and then release it. So it's something you kind of have to feel out, but that's, and this happens a lot with bigger dogs. Remember earlier I was saying sometimes people just grab a leash and they yank on it and they just want to pull because they think a big dog is going to pull them. And then when the dog doesn't do it, they give up. And they say, well, the dog doesn't want to do it. And they just give up. And so the dog learns that way. Oh, I can just make myself dead weight and I don't have to do what they want. And that happens in so many different scenarios with so many different things. So if you're gonna ask a dog to do something, make sure you follow through with it. Because if you don't, they learn how to manipulate you. So that was Newman. Our next one is a puppy. It's a puppy named Frank, who I worked with for a board and train, and he was just a little puppy. Everything is new to him, and he's a happy-go-lucky puppy. So I use a little bit of encouragement with him to get him to go down the stairs, because the stairs are scary for this little puppy who's never gone down the stairs before. So I approach Frank a little bit differently than I did Newman, because he's a puppy and he's not resisting based on history or previous experience. He's just unsure because he's never gone downstairs before. So he's also a food motivated, happy-go-lucky puppy. So I'm using some encouragement to get him to do it on his own, and I give him some time to figure it out. With Newman, he was like, I'm resisting, and that's that. But with Frank, he's a puppy who's just learning, so I'm allowing him a little more time to figure it out, to do it on his own, because I would much rather he do it on his own with encouragement. But when he needs a little bit of leash pressure, I use just enough leash pressure to get him to do it on his own. And that's true with just about anything. I only want to do as much as needed to get them to do it on their own with anything. And especially with leash pressure. So here is Frank, the little puppy, learning how to go downstairs. Ready? One more. Look at all the ones you already did. Come on, bud. You can do it. Come on. This must be the tough one. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, good job. Come on, one more. Oh, look at you. Yes. Come on, one more. Come on. You can do it. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. Come on, buddy. Yes. Come on. Yes. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Look at you. Let's go back up. Oh, good job. Superstar. Superstar Frank. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that was Frank. Isn't he cute? He's just the cutest. I love Frank so much. I love when I can get a puppy and start fresh. And then if you can get puppies, get all the puppies, because you can start them off on the right foot, and then you have a wonderful dog for life. And then everything that client needs from you, boarding and pet sitting, whatever it is, like, puppies are the greatest clients, because they don't have stuff you need to rehab. It's just teaching them. And when you can teach them right off the bat, oh my God, you're gonna have glorious pack members, and that client is gonna be with you for life, for the life of the dog anyway, and probably future dogs after that. So, so Frank, you saw I was utilizing motivation and just the tiniest amount of leash pressure. I mean, you barely even saw any leash pressure in there. And then I made it a celebration when he was done, and then we went back up the stairs. And we actually did multiples of that. So when you're teaching a puppy, just do it over and over and over and over and over. Do it so many times that the dog is like, yeah, I got this. This is no problem. So when you do one session, just teaching the puppy to go down the stairs, do it a bunch of times. Do it to the point where the dog is like, this is nothing. So it's smooth, and the dog just like, I mastered the stairs, right? So then the next time you go down the stairs, this dog is like, I know exactly what to do. All right, so the next one is a dog named Brady, which is funny because that's my brother's name also. So I liked working with Brady. And this dog didn't want to go down the stairs either, but had previous history and experience that led to this behavior. And this dog puts up a fight. Now, granted, this is a little dog and the stairs are kind of slippery. So these were both factors in the owners letting the dog get away with not going up and down the stairs. This dog didn't want to go up or down the stairs. So they resorted to just carrying the dog up and down the stairs. So the dog learned to manipulate them. So this was more of a rehab case. I did a board and train with this dog, and he puts up a fight. He puts up a fight, he makes it kind of dramatic, and this is the point where people start feeling sorry for the dog, which is why the owners gave up on actually teaching him to go up and down the stairs, and they were carrying him, which becomes complicated when you're carrying your groceries or your bags or whatever it is. When you've got your hands full, you kind of need the dog to just go up and down the stairs. But also this behavior, when you don't help them through this, they start learning that I don't have to do what they ask. I don't have to do these things. And it's a little building block that becomes part of the relationship. Well, I didn't have to do it here, so I'm not going to do this either, and I'm not going to do that either, and I'm not going to do this. So here's an example of a dog who's going to put up a fight with leash pressure and how to get them through it. So I let him have his little panic attack, and then we go back to it. So staying calm, staying confident, not feeling sorry for the dog. It's just like rehab, you know, like a human goes to rehab. It's not pretty. They go through detox. They don't feel good. They're throwing up. They get crazy. They yell and scream. There's a whole lot of dramatic stuff that goes on, but we know that this is what's best for them, to detox this behavior. So same with dogs. We have to detox the behavior so that they can get to the other side and go, hey, that wasn't so bad. And you know what? You helped me through that, and I feel more bonded with you. So here it is. Here's Brady going up and down the stairs. Good job. Good. Good job. Yes, good. There you go, yeah. Good boy. Good. Come on. Yes. Oh, good. Look at you. Good job. Good job. Yeah, buddy. You did it. Come on. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? One step. You just did it out front. Come on. Come on. One more step. Ready? Try again. Come on. You can do it. This is all mental. This is mental fight. Come on. the leash. Thank you. Come on. There you go. One more step. Ready? Come on. Attaboy. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good job. Good job. You did it. Okay, so there you saw Brady having his little tantrum, and I just let him go through it and then got him on to the next step. Going up was harder than going down, obviously. And going down, he slipped a little bit in those first couple steps, but I was right in front of him to catch him if he actually fell. Going up, now you may have heard me say you just did this out front, because there were little steps out front of that front door where those stairs were. And this happens a lot also, where they just don't want to do it in this particular area. So this dog didn't want to go up the stairs just on those stairs. The front porch steps he was fine with. And that happens. Sometimes it's like, I'm cool with this, but I'm not cool with that. So there you have it. He put up a little bit of a fight. He did a little bit of struggle. He made some noises. There was another dog barking in there. That wasn't him. I think it was a neighbor's dog. But he wanted to get his way, and I wasn't allowing him to get his way. So I used a little bit of encouragement once he started to do it on his own. I was giving him some praise. And look, you saw how tired he was at the end, because that's a mental challenge. That's a mental challenge right there. It's like you could be exhausted from running a marathon, or you could be exhausted from doing your taxes all day. So this kind of exercise is like doing your taxes on a treadmill. It's mental and physical. So again, with this guy, I did multiple ups and downs of the stairs until it was smooth. Same deal. I didn't use as much motivation and encouragement because I didn't want those words to be attached to that struggle. Making sense? There is pressure and release. I hope that was enough examples for you. There's a lot of other examples we could show, but these three are some of the basic ones. So, all right, there you have it. Go out and master the leash. If you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe, because I am posting all the lessons from Lead Academy, my online coaching program, where I'm teaching dog walkers and trainers and groomers and all kinds of dog professionals to start and grow their dog business. I'm rooted in dog psychology. We're going through business, we're going through teaching people, and we all come together as a community and a support system for helping out each other and helping dogs. That's the ultimate goal. So you can check that out with the links below and watch this next video. I'll see you next time.